Chapter 12, To Nourish a Viper. Oh, lordy. I don't know if we're on the final chapter of the game or not.
So the two shooters were dressed as policemen?
I have no idea.
Yes, they're the ones who shot Akutsu.
I can't remember if Chapter 12 was like the usual,
They couldn't
or...
have been real officers, though, right?
No, I think there was a couple instances where there was
Guessing
like
Soma
13,
gave uniforms
14
to two of his
chapters,
own
something like
guys.
that.
Regardless of their affiliation,
think.
they were there on Soma's orders.
Fuck, I
Like
can't
Soma's
remember. I
leader, he
played
said
these
he's actually
games
a
and I
public
have no
security agent.
recollection of them.
This time. In America, they call people who go undercover moles.
Moles, huh?
If this really was public security, I can't believe they'd go so far as murder.
Soma probably thinks he's backed into a corner. Word got out he's been a plant since his Tojo days. Not even being the head honcho will save him. He'd be nothing but a rat. And RK's got plenty of ex-Tojo in it who'd want his head for that.
I hadn't considered that.
Those fake cops tried to take us out too. They'll silence anyone who gets in the way.
Hey, if the office can post some officers at Genda's, at least for tonight.
Sure, I can get that arranged.
Shouldn't you guys have protection too, though?
I appreciate the concern. But Kaito-san and Higashi are ex-yakuza. Not exactly a good mix, you know?
Yeah. Not happening.
You said it. Thanks, but no thanks.
Soma's probably gonna head even deeper underground after all this. But if we can track him down, we'll get the dirt on public security we need. Then we can do right by South.
Either this is going to be a very
Even
long
bring
chapter,
Kawana and
or
Riku
there's a
Kusumoto
couple
to
more after
justice.
this one.
All right, we
I've
get it.
never made it this far.
Let's walk
so.
Saori-san back to her office first, though. We'll save the rest for tomorrow.
Good idea.
I think the furthest I got was
Don't
like
worry,
maybe
Saori-san.
10 or 11.
You should be safe from here on.
Ah, what gives, sorry? You change up your look and the guys line up to protect you?
Maybe you should put some effort into it once in a while yourself.
Are you telling me this isn't effort?
It's more effort than Saori usually does. Going back to get the law. Ho, 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 ho. I'm not walking. I'm running. Saori, she can run. Oh, shut up. Yagami-san. Ow. I said that for my controller.
Oh, hey. Heard it was a rough night. You alright?
No.
When I heard Akutsu was shot, I just froze. All I could think was, what if something happened to Saori-san?
Couldn't spare a thought for us?
Well, we're glad everyone's safe.
Yeah, but Soma got the jump on us. He's a bigger threat than we thought.
What do you mean by that?
We think he's working undercover for public security.
Undercover?
It's a new development. I'm sure it puts a damper on Genda-sensei and Hoshino-kun's big night out.
Huh? Well, I only showed up because Hoshino-kun talked me into it.
You said you wanted to see what it was like in there, too!
Did I really? I don't recall that.
Incredible. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go change.
To put it lightly, looks like you guys are in for the cold shoulder for a while.
What the fuck is this?
Interesting. If what you say is true...
Are the police actually
public
standing
security
guard,
is
or are they
scooping
standing
up
there
thugs
just to
into our
intimidate?
day.
Yeah, and his name's Kazuki Soma. We haven't confirmed it yet. But if he really is an undercover agent, then everything starts to make sense. Public security gets to use RK as their pawns, who feed them intel from the streets.
All those scumbags are just working for public security without even knowing it.
But that setup is exactly what let Soma and RK grow so successful in the first place. For example,
No, I would
I'm sure
think
the
they
guys who
know.
killed Akutsu are RK, but but they were definitely decked
They
out.
probably
in
know
real
who they're
police
working for.
gear. Soma's role in public security would make getting that gear easy.
And I think
That's
they're
true,
using
we
it
can't trust
because they can
anyone in
do whatever they
uniform now.
want, whenever
Should
they
be
want,
concerned about
with
the police
basically
downstairs.
total immunity.
Don't worry. They're here thanks to Mafia.
Because they have the
All
police
things
backing them.
considered, can't the police do anything about Soma?
And plus
Well,
they have
according to
the
security,
public
There's
security
no one by
and
that name on record. So
blah
that's a
blah
dead
blah.
end.
They must have wiped him from their files already.
Soma had to have been in the Tojo clan for 10 years minimum. He and Akutsu were
As
both
long as
really
it's
good
RK
social.
cleaning up any
Gosh, he
remnants of
knows more
like
about that
past
stuff than we
gangs
do.
and yakuza.
Okay. We'll ask him about it
Public
tomorrow.
security and the police
sounds
and
good.
the government probably don't give a shit. That's why they're granting RK total immunity from everything. Alright, what's we doings? Oh, we're going back to the agency? Alright. Last couple videos, I just ranted way too much. I did some long videos, though. But I need to try and save a lot of the ranting and shit for other videos. Instead of throwing them into a, you know, a video of a video game. Resting on the couch, yeah. Going to Charles. Woohoo. I am going to save the game here, though. Just because we're so close. Yeah, I am going to have a save there. In case there's any side quests, or side cases, I mean. And, let's look, actually. Well, I don't see any side cases here. There's probably some in Ijincho. See, tons of these fucking speech bubbles, though. But every time that I go near them, nothing triggers. You know? So I'm assuming they're just useless. Because I figured, you know, like a little speech bubble thing, it would be dialogue leading to, hell, I don't know, like a side case or something. I mean, that's what makes sense to me. He just fell. Started wigging out like, whoa, and then he just fucking falls. Fuck you. Oh.
Hello?
Yagamishi, this is Tsukumo. We have a problem. The Yokohama Liumang were attacked this morning.
Oh shit.
Attacked by who?
RK, they've been boosting their numbers in Ijincho. They're probably hunting Kawana. Fortunately, he seems to have escaped them, but he's gone completely off the grid again.
How bad was it for the Liuma?
Several are wounded, according to Tesso-san.
Did any of them see Soma during the attack?
I haven't heard for certain. All I know is that it was total chaos.
I see. Okay.
What's the plan, Yagami?
Don't the Liumong have
I'm gonna take it to
guns and
Soma's
blah blah
past.
blah?
I feel like there's something there. Could you keep trying, Kawana?
And don't they have
Your
kind
wish is
of
my
like
command.
immunity there in Yokohama?
What's up, Doc? Sorry, folks. My shift started. One of you take over.
Oh, I'll do it, Kaito.
Great. Don't forget to block. Got it?
I won't.
Oh, man. You're a rock star to these kids.
Crazy, right? You should see Higashi with them, though.
Really?
Higashi-san, Yagami-sensei is here for you.
Lose that sensei shit, you idiot. No honorifics for assholes.
In that case, that Yagami asshole is here for you.
That Yagami asshole is here for you.
Right. Well, I do know a thing or two about Soma's Tojo clan days. He
It's
swore
so
to the Nikyo
weird hearing the
Consortium,
voice of
direct
Spike
family.
Spiegel
The Nikyo Consortium
from
is a
Cowboy
pretty big
Bebop.
deal. Even if they
in
did
this.
bite the dust with the main family.
Right.
Like even on
Mono,
Judgment.
Soma and Akutsu were both looking
I
for
forget the
officer
dude's name.
candidates. Apparently, the
But
Nikyos
he
role
was
the
the English
family
voice
to handle
actor for
off-the-record
Spike.
dirty work. No matter how much they raked in,
Cowboy
higher-ups
Bebop.
took
I'm
their
sure he's
cut
done
out
other
the
ones
mess.
too.
Those two got hung out.
He's
to
one of
dry,
those,
nevertheless,
you
they
know.
sucked it up and hoped they'd be the ones on top someday. But as you know, the Tojo clan got hit hard.
I guess a
Disbanded before they
legendary
even got
voice
their
actor, I
shot.
guess you could call him.
They devoted years to the family, all to get nothing in return.
I'd be willing to buy that. for
Been doing it
Akutsu.
for a long time.
But if Kaito-san is right, Soma was working the Tojo clan from the inside for public security. That's how he knew sooner than anyone else that the Tojo was on the way out. Being undercover, he could see the writing on the wall and plan accordingly. That's why he founded the criminal network RK, so he could gather up and monitor all the ex-Yakuza at once.
Okay, now that you mention it, RK has been dipping into the shady side of Kamurocho. They're strong-arming anyone who acts without their blessing first. You want to do shady shit? You need an RK permit these days.
Yeah, that's why the Soma's an undercover agent theory.
Voice
makes sense.
acting isn't really
If we
difficult.
find a
It's
concrete link between him and public security,
definitely a lot
we'll know for
easier if
sure.
you have a script. You know exactly what to go for.
Higashi, who might
And
have known Soma back then.
if you
Someone with
have
authority,
audio playing in the
know how he
background,
joined the Tojo clan.
you know what I mean? Like you'll
Let's see.
do like a
Did the
layer
Nikyo
track.
president work?
It's kind of like making
President?
music.
Not Patriot?
Like you'll get an idea in your head of like a
Same
riff,
shit. His name's Irie.
and then you'll just loop
Whatever
that
kind of
riff,
boss he was then.
and you'll play
Just
something else
another
to it,
champion district
like you
drunk.
build upon it type thing.
I have some questions for him.
Like somebody
Once I have a
will
link
record
between Soma
basic
and public
lines,
security, it'll all fall into
and then you'll
place.
listen to that.
I don't know, man.
That way, like
You
if
wanna
it's
meet
like a
him, knock
question,
yourself out.
answer, like a response
Spends
type
days in a
thing,
joint called
or if
Earthing.
it's just like flat out talking, like if a
Gotcha.
character's giving a speech or
come with you,
talking to
Tom.
themselves, or if they're talking to someone else. You know, it helps if you have like a basic loop.
What is it?
I would totally do it. You know, everybody claims that I have this awesome voice and everything else. I don't see it, but everybody else does, for whatever reason. And I was part of a voice acting community and stuff like that, and was even like helping out on a project, which I don't know whatever happened to. Like my mom passed away last year, and then I just kind of became a recluse and flaked out. I
Here we
just
are,
ghosted him more or less,
Former head of the Nikyo's local haunt.
He just gets plastered here all day?
because I had too much
Damn,
shit going on,
son of
and
a bitch.
I couldn't take on more responsibilities than what I already had, and plus dealing with grief, and you know, I was a really severe alcoholic. So I was fighting with that too.
President Irie.
Uh-huh.
My name is Kaito. I used to be in the Matsugane family.
Matsugane? Ah, one of his boys, huh?
You knew my boss?
He was your classic old school yakuza. He had duty, dignity, but he couldn't earn. Yeah, maybe he was the lucky one, dying before he became whatever I am now.
Would you mind if we asked you a few questions? This is my partner, Yagami. He's a civvy, but he was like family to the boss.
It's a pleasure.
So, what do you want to ask?
Could you tell us about Kazuki Soma? You might know him as head of RK now.
Huh. Soma, huh? Joined the family when he was just a little sprat. Here he's quite the big shot now.
Let me buy you a drink. Mind if I join you here?
I haven't heard of any of those whiskeys on the wall.
Back in the day, he'd heard some kid was flushing his money away in one of our casinos. Turned out the kid was sweet-talking ladies into handing him their money.
I did try an actual
Sounds
beer
like a model
yesterday.
Yakuza candidate.
I tried a sip of it.
You mean Kamurocho's
Just
old
because I
underground
kept getting
casino?
told by everybody it's so fucking delicious,
that
blah
was
blah
one
blah
of
blah blah.
ours. Yeah,
So
cops
my
would keep
sister bought a
shutting them
6-pack
down,
of it,
we'd
and I
keep
tried
building
one.
more.
What made
It
you
tastes
want Soma to
alright. It's
join the
just,
family?
you know,
Was he the one who initially approached you?
I think so.
it's not that I can't
He was pretty attached to that
handle
lieutenant.
alcohol. It's that
Soma had
you know,
no
I
problem
can't
following
control
orders, but he had a
my
natural
alcohol
authority to him,
intake.
too. Makes for a
like I do
damn
way
good
too much. Like
yakuza.
I drink
Of
to
course,
pass
the
out.
violent streak is the other half of the equation.
You know, like I can't control it. I don't become like an
joined up,
asshole.
How much
I don't
digging
get
did you
violent
really
and
do on
belligerent or
Soma?
anything like that. But I
What's that
just
supposed to
can't
mean?
control my alcohol consumption
checked
once
his
I start.
background and
That's
everything,
why I'm better off just not even
Well,
doing
I'm
it.
sure we did our homework. It's not like that was my
But
responsibility.
yeah, like it was a good beer. It was
Irie-san,
the
there's a
Summer
chance Soma was
Shady
working for
or
public
Summer
security the
Shandy.
whole time.
What did you say?
It's a Leinenkugel. Leinenkugel.
Considering he may have been undercover from the start, does anything strike you as strange?
But it's not
now?
bad.
Maybe some suspicious behavior.
Kind of reminded me
contacts with
of
people you didn't know.
that one that Sam Adams put
I
out,
have
the
no idea.
Summer Solstice,
Thought
which
never
I don't
even
even know if
crossed
they
my
still
mind.
make that or not.
He took some really risky gigs.
But it kind of
Didn't
reminded me
hear
of
this
that.
from me, but he even took at least one hit job.
I'm perfectly fine with
Hit ya.
my non-alcoholic
back.
beers.
And there was this punk who ratted us out to the
I can
cops.
sip on those all day
The
long,
higher-ups ordered
partnered
Soma
up with
kidnapped
water
the
or
guy
whatever, because I don't
buried
drink
in the
soda
mountains.
anymore.
He handled it
Or
so
tea.
well, people
You know, I
were kinda
can
creeped out.
drink tea all day, drink
Wasn't his
water
first time.
sometimes.
At
I don't
least
like drinking it all
remember
day.
Akutsu telling me that. I heard he got killed last night.
Word travels fast.
Who'd you hear it from?
Oh, darkness runs deep in this city. Never assume you're the only ones in the know.
Akutsu just realized last night that Soma is an undercover public security agent. That's why he was silenced.
Sure, but what's it matter? At this point, I don't give a shit if Soma's undercover. The family's dead and gone now.
What happened to everyone else after you shut down the consortium?
Half of them went legit. Some of them went and joined the 6th chairman for his new deal. I guess the rest crawled back underground. The Greener family boys all got invited to RK.
So it's none of your concern that your former family is being manipulated by public security?
Those guys don't even come to see me during bone season or New Year's. They're just spoiled brats now. An arrogant group of thugs. Family my ass.
I can't really hear the guy too well because I have the volume like basically all the way down
All
because
this tossing
speakers
in my
will
drink tastes like shit.
blast this fucking microphone out.
I guess the young ones now.
But is that the guy who voices Piccolo?
To be fair, though, I don't know anybody who'd want to waste their time with a gloomy drunk.
Sean Schimmel or
How about we
Chris
grab a bite
Sabat?
together when you sober up? Because if this is really the fate of the Tojo clan,
I'm just assuming because I can't really hear their voices all too well. I know what Kaito and Yagami sound like. But this other guy, nah. I'd have to go back whenever I edit the video and listen.
Sorry for that. In Kaito-san's old life, becoming a direct family was their biggest dream. When he looks at you, he sees what Matsugane-san might have been if things had been different. Anyway, thank you very much for your time.
Now, you know the Misawa building on North Senryo Avenue? It's got a gambling den with a decent Chohan setup.
Gambling den? Yeah, I've actually been there before. What about it?
It's run by this group originally from Roppongi. Now Arcade is saying they're owed a piece of the pie.
Arcade
No, I don't think it's the voice actor for Piccolo.
Yeah, but the Roppongi crew won't pay up.
Piccolo
So I
and
hear Arcade's gonna
Vegeta
come
and
down hard on their place
Yamcha
tonight.
and a couple other ones.
They want to make an example out of them. Put some guys in the hospital. Maybe even the morgue.
Wait, are you saying Soma might be there tonight?
Who knows? The ones running tonight's show are ex-Tojo. The top dogs of Arcade showing the newbies how it's done.
Who'd you hear this from?
What did I say before? Don't assume you guys are the only ones who know everything.
I appreciate the lesson.
Ha 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 ha. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da.
What else
Fuck
was there
you.
to say, Talk?
RK's raiding a gambling den tonight. Remember that tatami room we got acquainted with? Apparently, the people running the room won't pay Soma's gang a cut.
So someone there's gonna have some answers. Maybe even Soma himself.
Yeah, I think it's worth checking out.
Alright. Sounds like we should hit up Higashi, too.
I figured we'd be going to Charles to get Higashi before making our way to the tatami room. But it's whatever. I just read the fucking mission description and I just do it.